Wake up!
Sorry, I just wish I could sleep in.
Well, it's not spring break anymore and you need to get back on schedule.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm Anthony.
And I'm Matthew.
And this is your Blue Jay Broadcast. What are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
Trying to listen to music to help me focus.
Does it really help?
I'm not sure. Let's go over to Daniel to see if music helps you focus.
Music is something. It makes you go to another world of imagination. Music can be distracting sometimes by how loud the music is. Some music help people learn. So when you listen to music, will it help you learn or not? So how does music impact students here at LMS?
So does music help me learn? I'd definitely say yes, because personally I think I'm a very musically inclined person. Whenever I'm listening to music, I really get in the zone. Like say I'm listening to sad music, I get sad. If I'm listening to happy music, I get happy. But my point is, whenever I'm trying to focus on a paper, per se, music just allows me to focus on that and get rid of outside distractions. So to answer that question, yes, music does help me.
Yes, music does help me because it helps me focus and stay on task.
In addition, we had a little game for two brave volunteers to take a test to see if listening to music helps or doesn't. And you might wonder how this game works. One person will be listening to music while the other person is not listening to music. They will be given 10 minutes to know what they are doing. After the 10 minutes, we will be giving them a test to see if music helps or doesn't. Winner is sailor/no music, so you know what that means. Music does distract you from learning, but for no spoilers for this story, we did some research to see what the internet says about listening to music in class. It says here, many students around the world feel like they need to listen to music while they study or revise, believing it helps them concentrate better. Some even say that without music, they can't revise as it's too quiet. Now you can see what music can do, but if you are listening to music in class, at least have one earbud out, and thank you for tuning in.
I guess music can help you focus.
Hey, guess what I get to do in a couple years?
What's that?
I get to buy my first car once I get my license.
What car are you gonna buy?
I don't know yet. I need some help though.
Let's go over to Quinn for some tips on buying a car.
You may not want to think about it, but you are getting older. And seeing as you're getting older, you will need to buy a car soon enough. And you might not know the best way how. Here are 3 ways that you can buy your very first car. There are good ways to buy your first car that don't involve going to a dealership. Take Craigslist for example. It has much more selection, having everything from Honda Civics to RVs, and its worldwide selection as well as local. The prices are much better, and you can get a reliable running car for much less than $5,000. It also lets you get in contact with a seller via email before you make the purchase. But say you don't feel the safest doing something like that, which is understandable. Then you can also do an option a lot of people go with, which is going to a used car dealership. These used car dealerships tend to get a lot of bad rap, but they are really a good way to purchase your first car. They are very similar to Craigslist and other online buying sites, as they have a decent selection most of the time, not being stuck to a single brand like most new dealerships. Some would also say it is safer than doing it online, seeing as you actually meet the person in real life. Another thing is that it lets you test drive the cars to get a better look at them, how they drive, and how they feel. Although, maybe you want a new car. That is the job for the good old-fashioned new car dealership. This is the way most people think of when buying a car. It may not seem like the best, but it does have many pros. It has, some may say, the best quality car selection. It has trusted people who actually know what they're doing. It also has more payment plans. You can choose to pay it all up front or work out a payment plan. Remember these tips because they can really help you in the future, which is coming sooner than you think.
Now I know what kind of cars I can buy.
Yeah, maybe in the future you can drive your car around Kansas City.
That's a good idea. I've never had a full tour of Kansas City.
Let's go over to Allie for a tour around Kansas City.
We live in a beautiful city, but not everyone knows what to do in it. I'm here to give you a tour of Kansas City. As we all know, living in Missouri is a roller coaster. One day it'll be 5 degrees and a full-on blizzard, but the next it's 50 and sunny. Hopefully we have put winter behind us so you can enjoy these fun activities. Let's start with the Liberty Memorial and the World War I Museum. It was built in hopes to appreciate the men and women who went to war and reflect the peace that can be built after war's end. The other highlight of this attraction is its view of the city. Stop here to learn more about World War I and get some pictures. The Nelson Atkins Museum is one thing you don't want to miss. It's definitely best to go on a sunny day so you can explore all it has to offer. Starting on the inside, there are many exhibits to explore. From the American Art Collection to the Ancient Art Collection, there is so much to see. But you can't leave until you step outside and look around the Donald J. Hall Sculpture Park. Luce Park is a gorgeous spot just outside of the Country Club Plaza. It sits on 75 acres of land, perfect for picnics, dog walking, kite flying, playing catch, and so much more. There is even bridges, benches, a pond, and rose garden for a relaxing afternoon. If you feel up to a match of tennis, head over to the courts. Have younger siblings? There's a playground and splash pad just for them. Luce Park is a place for the whole family and all of your friends. The Liberty Memorial, Nelson Atkins Museum, and Luce Park are all beautiful spots in KC, but let's go check out some more. Crown Center is the place to be when you're looking for a day full of fun. You can start your day at Legoland or Sea Life, two great attractions to attend with younger siblings or cousins. After that, you can enjoy a show at the Coterie Theater or the MTH Theater. There are many places to enjoy a meal like Fritz's Railroad Restaurant, Spin Pizza, or Unforked. Grab a sweet treat at Chip's Chocolate Factory and hit a couple shops on your way out. The Country Club Plaza is a shopping center for everyone, but you might want to clear your day because you're going to be here for a while. There are stores that fit everyone's needs like Made in KC, Urban Outfitters, Forever 21, and H&M. When you start getting hungry, there are many options to choose from. You have the Cheesecake Factory, P.F. Chang's, Panera, Shake Shack, and much more. At the end of the day, get yourself a cupcake at Cupcake a la Mode. The plaza is a very fun place for a day full of shopping and eating. Union Station was built in 1914 and was used as a working train station. During World War II, 1 million travelers, many of them soldiers, passed through the station. Today, it is no longer a train station, but you can still catch the Amtrak and head out across the country. Union Station is home to many exhibits, like Dinosaurs Revealed. There is a planetarium, a science center called Science City, and a theater district. Crown Center, the Plaza, and Union Station are all super fun places. Now let's look deeper into KC. Because of the restaurants, shopping, specialty grocers, and farmers market, the city market is one of the hottest spots in Kansas City. There are many food choices, but I suggest grabbing something new. Maybe a burrito from Burrito Brothers? Spend some time looking around the local shops. You'll find apparel, jewelry, flowers, gifts, and so much more. There are even some fun specialty shops like KC Soda Company. Try all of their delicious flavors. If you happen to be going on a Saturday or Sunday, make sure to check out all the vendor stalls and grab some locally grown goods. Crossroads in downtown Kansas City is a beautiful place to be. You'll see diners to fine dining, boutique shops created by local designers, and a collection of amazing art pieces. That's why it's called the Art District. You definitely want to be here on the first Friday of each month. Why? Because it's First Fridays, of course. You can expect music playing throughout the streets, food trucks of all kinds, sidewalk vendors, and art exhibits. Don't get me wrong, every day at the Crossroads is fun. There are many things to do, and you'll never get bored. Located in the Crossroads, there's a place full of enjoyment for people of all ages. It's called Tapcade. You pay $5 for all-you-can-play arcade games. There's a mix of 80s and 90s classics. When you need a break, there's a wide variety of food to choose from. Tapcade is a place for your family and friends. Put your gaming skills to the test. The City Market, the Crossroads, and Tapcade are all amazing spots in KC. I hope now you know what to do when you want to go out with friends. Kansas City has so much to offer, but not everyone knows that. This has been your tour of Kansas City.
What are you doing?
I'm getting ready for Easter. I'm so excited.
Do you have any big plans for Easter?
Not really. I'm just going to hang out with the family.
I wonder what other people are doing for Easter.
Well, let's go over to Parker to see what other people are doing for Easter.
Spring is here and Easter's right around the corner. Many of us like to celebrate Easter with our families. Let's see what some of LMS students have in store for the upcoming holiday.
How do I celebrate Easter? I celebrate Easter by having all my family come over to my house, we have a big breakfast, and it's just kind of fun because I get to see all my cousins.
How do I celebrate Easter? I go to my grandparents' house and hang out with them.
How do I celebrate Easter? I celebrate by going on egg hunts with my family.
There are many different ways people celebrate Easter. Here are some. Some celebrate it by having egg hunts. People also celebrate it by giving candy and gifts. Let's see some traditions at LMS for Easter.
What traditions do I have for Easter? Me and my family, we like to go to the zoo on Easter. It's just kind of a fun thing to do.
What tradition do I have on Easter? Go and eat food.
Wow, I didn't know there were so many people at LMS enjoying Easter.
Dude, get off your phone. You're always on it.
Sorry, I'm like addicted to technology.
It seems like everyone is nowadays.
Well, let's go over to Evan for more on technology addiction.
Bumping, tumbling, and falling around, kids have been more attached to their screens than ever before. As it becomes more and more convenient to keep the technology on hand, the amount of time on screen has been higher than ever, and kids especially are hooked. This addiction has left kids stuck to knowing two places, their home and the school they attend. Today, almost everyone is guilty in some way. Some kids spend hours on their phone, some kids spend hours on a console or computer. Either way, kids often find themselves with more hours in their room than anywhere else, which leaves kids ignorant to anywhere outside of their own home. This can be shown with how little some kids know about how to get around their own town, or have very little experience outside or in the wilderness. This all has led to kids who are so addicted to technology that they become bored at the thought of a world without YouTube. But how many hours do kids spend online? The answer is quite surprising. Kids our age spend an average of 9 hours online in one day. That plus the average of 9.5 hours of sleep in one day, and that leaves a total of 4.5 hours on average of time in that day offline. This has been affecting the lives of all kids around us, and it shows in and out of school. These hours are affecting kids in school especially now, because the access to these addictions is getting easier than ever before. And so kids have been neglecting their schoolwork because they have the want to be on their technology. Looking around almost any classroom, you'll be able to see students on their phones, playing games on their computers, and just not doing their work. This problem has been continuing for a while with students, and very little can or has been done about it. Teachers can take away phones and tell kids to get off games when they see it, but as long as kids remain addicted, this problem will continue. Not only in school, but the effect of the addiction in school makes it worse out of school. With parents seeing some grades plummet in kids that are really addicted, and the lack of effort in anything other than what's on their screen in front of them, these issues make people worried, but there is very little being done about it. There is only one cure to such an addiction, and that is time. Time to go outside and enjoy the world, or even just to turn it off. The more people can enjoy such privileges without finding themselves at the point of addiction, the better the people can get off the hook. But I think we've all seen the clips of those kids who've been playing Fortnite for what's probably most of the day. And when they get told to get off, they still get upset. Not only is this harming those kids, but it's harming their parents. If we can stay off the hook, technology is a great thing that has done and will continue to do great things for us in our everyday lives. Technology is something that we created and something that we control. So let's not let it control us. Everyone has walls and limits to their adventure. If people continue to let technology keep them inside, then those walls will shrink. We live in a great time of balance. A balance between technology and the sweet air conditioning of the indoors, but we also have that ability to go outside and enjoy nature as it is. So while you are in school, take the time to actually pay attention and learn something. Technology has connected people in a way never done before, and we should be appreciative of this, but at the same time, learn not to abuse it or take it for granted. No one is asking you to give up technology. No one is expecting that you can just stop. But every once in a while, setting down your phone maybe isn't such a bad idea. Don't worry, The game will still be there when you get back, and the meme will still be there. Well, at least if it was funny. So even though you have an access to technology never seen before, don't let it get to you. And maybe one day we'll see a time where kids no longer bump into each other in the hall, like the way it was before.
I'm a little bit thirsty.
You want a smoothie?
Yeah, I guess that sounds good.
Let's go over to Natalie for the smoothie challenge.
Have you ever heard of the smoothie challenge? Well, if not, it is a fun and exciting challenge that can be done any hour of the day at the comfort of your own home. This challenge is comprised of simple rules and is completely luck-based. Here I have my older sister Madeline, and we are going to be competing against each other. But first, let's get some ingredients to put into the smoothie. Let's write them out on paper and put them in a bowl. All of our ingredients are in the bowl, so let's get started with making the smoothie. So now I'm going to pick my base in this green bowl. Orange juice! Yay! Grape juice. Milk or water? Milk! Please move it. Ew, this looks disgusting. Now that our bases are in, let's get going with the real ingredients. Ready Whip! Oh, this is nasty. Chocolate chips. Getting all the chocolate. This looks disgusting. Sponsor me, Mrs. Buttersworth. Ew. We'll go down. This looks good. Sour cream. Lemon juice. Ew, that looks like mayonnaise. Ooh, look at that. That's the blender. I have grape juice, water, protein powder, lemon juice, sour cream, ice cream, cream cheese, chocolate chips, coffee creamer, oats, pickles, and chocolate syrup. And then in mine, I have peanut butter, milk, orange juice, mustard, Fanta, yogurt, frozen fruit, sriracha, honey, Ready Whip, mayonnaise, and pancakes. Now let's blend them. Now, let's pour them into our glasses. I don't have any more room, so I smell peanut butter. Mayonnaise and the peanut butter. This is disgusting. It's like tangy. Can't help. Well, I think I'm the winner here, but I had a lot of fun filming this challenge, and I hope you had fun too. Bye.
Hey, do you want to hear about some Blue Jay sports?
Sure.
Let's go over to Evan with the Blue Jay Sports Report.
Hello and welcome to your Blue Jays Sports Report. I'm Evan and I have some news for you. Next year, LMS and DMS will be dividing up into different sports teams for certain sports, but they will still be together for others. Well, the track season has officially started and the meets are beginning. Let's go over to Mako to get you pumped for the season.
Hey, will you be going to upcoming track meets? If so, here are some events you're going to be able to witness. One of the really fun events at the meets will be the 100 meter. It's one of the events that can really electrify you. Now let's go over to your Blue Jay athletes for more information. Why is track fun?
I really like track because I've always been the type of person to really like running, especially short distance. I love doing the sprints and the long jump and the high jump. Overall, I think it's just really fun and a good thing to do. So.
What are you looking forward to your first track meet?
I'm looking forward to getting to actually compete with another school and winning.
Why do you think people should come to our meets?
I think they should come to our meets because we will appreciate the sport and it might make us more confident.
All of our upcoming meets will be away games except for the one at DMS. The track meets are also really fun and exciting. Come support your Blue Jays on these upcoming meets.
Well, that's all for your Blue Jays Sports Report. I'm Evan, and thanks for watching. Now back over to Matthew and Anthony.
Hello everyone, good morning, welcome to Week Update. I'm Anthony Wenson. Robert Mueller absolutely embarrassed himself and his team last week. After 2 years of investigating Trump and the Trump Organization, he concluded that he found nothing linking the Trump campaign in Russia. For 2 years, this guy investigated one of the most corrupt organizations in the world and found nothing. That's like me looking for my phone for 2 years and realizing, oh, it was in my hand. I mean, this is just a disgrace for Mueller, who is actually a very highly regarded attorney, despite looking kind of like a blobfish. This gives Trump a boost and removes a cloud that hung over his presidency for a long time. Conor McGregor has announced he's retiring from MMA, and I'm kind of sad about it. I'm sad that I won't get to watch an angry leprechaun yell about how he's going to beat someone up every few months. And yeah, there's some talk about whether he's the best ever, but I know one thing's for sure. He's the best trash talker of all time. He once told someone that his socks were worth more than their suit, then called him a bum, dropped the mic, and walked out. Rob Gronkowski retired from the NFL recently. This is obviously a huge loss for the Patriots, as the tight end is no doubt a first ballot Hall of Famer. He has now decided to take up a career in pouring Cheerios on himself and putting glowing things in his mouth. Mike Pence has told NASA they have 5 years to get astronauts back on the moon, or else. Not only is our president the one making the threats, but so is our vice president. And imagine threatening a bunch of rocket scientists. What are they going to do, take their calculator away? I mean, I'm sure these guys have had enough bullying in their life when they were kids, and now that they're adults, an old man is the one bullying them. That's all the time I have for today. I'm Anthony Winston, and this has been Week Update. Don't forget to attend some of the track meets.
I'm Matthew.
And I'm Anthony. And this has been your Blue Jay broadcast.